Hi, everyone. Bienvenidos. I'm Desiree Behringer-Carton with your American Cancer Society. We are so excited to talk about our American Cancer Society Voices of Hope program, which is a nationwide group of cancer survivors and caregivers who share their cancer journey. Their personal stories provide hope and inspiration for others. Joining us today is our amazing volunteers. We have so many of them here with us who want to talk about the big reveal happening today. So we want to welcome everyone. We thank you. We also want to bring in Joe Gillette, our longtime volunteer, to tell us more. Hi there, Joe.
Hi, Desiree. How are you? And hello, Voices. It's good to see everybody. So very excited about this new project, Once Upon a Relay, the Voices of Hope calendar. And tonight is the big reveal. I mean, this thing has been floating around for just about 6-7 months, and very few people have seen, the full calendar. But tonight we reveal the great photos of all our voices.
Well, listen, it's a wonderful project and it's making a huge splash. And I feel like anytime you're involved, it's going to be big. This also ties into the Society's Relay for Life movement. So we want to hear from our wonderful volunteers who are on. So it's just really inspiring. Each story is about a personal victory over cancer. So I was really excited to get a sneak peek of the calendar before this big event. And it's beautiful and provides hope. And so I want to hear from everyone if they could tell us, why, who they are and why they picked their character. I'm going to start with Valerie.
Hi, Desiree. Nice to meet everybody. My name is Valerie Frazier. I'm from Indiana, and I chose Maleficent as my character for a few reasons. She is a beautiful evil queen who I can totally relate to.
You're not an evil queen.
The evil queen part more than the beautiful. Let's just say that. But she and I actually have a lot in common. She was a powerful fairy before she became evil, and she protected the woodlands and the creatures there in the moors. And then she was dealt some difficult cards, and it hardened her heart. And I can say that relates to me. All the while, with those cards I was dealt, I knew the real me was still inside. While I might still be a bit evil, there was still a lot of a good human inside. And Maleficent went through those same things. She was dealt tough cards, and in the end she proved to be a wonderful person for Aurora. She took care of her. She took care of the creatures in the moors. And I was made for wildlife and nature, and I am a total hippie child. So it was just a really good fit for me to be her.
Well, I saw the picture and it's beautiful. And thank you for sharing that. We would love to talk to Becky next. Tell us a little bit about, why you picked your character.
Well, my name is Becky Duncan and I'm from Kansas. And I thought quite a bit about this, and, there's not a lot of fairy stories that have a Kansas connection, but Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz do. And I thought quite a bit about being the Wicked Witch of the West because I taught 7th grade for a long time. And many of those students would say that would be appropriate for me. But it's Dorothy who manages to overcome the real evil of the Wicked Witch. And all of us who are caretakers and survivors know that the real Wicked Witch that we all dealt with is cancer. So that seemed to work for me.
Well, that is so well said. And thank you for sharing that and being a part of that. Debbie, tell us about your character.
Hi, Desiree. Debbie McDonald from Texas. I went ahead on my caregiver side and thought about my mother-in-law, who I was one of her primary caregivers. Her first bout of cancer, her favorite thing, if there's a favorite thing, was ringing the bell. She didn't get that the second time with cancer. So we built a huge bell. It's in my picture. We take it to area relays and we have people ring it, not only survivors, but caregivers, anybody that wants to ring it, so we can send it up to heaven and let them know we're still down here doing what we got to do to end this horrible disease. So I am Tinkerbell.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. That's amazing. And ringing the bell, like you said, has such an impact. Julie, let's hear from you.
Hi, Desiree. Julie Turner from Dayton, Ohio. I was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer when I was 17 years
Oh,
old.
we're having some problems hearing you, Julie.
I'm so sorry. Can you hear me now?
It's pretty distant. I don't know. Can anyone else hear? I know this always happens.
Can you hear me now?
It's really distant on my end. So maybe we'll come right back to you. Marcia, are you there, Marcia?
Yep, I'm here. Hi, hi.
Hi.
My name is Marsha Sharkey, and I'm from Massachusetts. I'm proudly a 23-year breast cancer survivor. So my favorite character, which has been since my girls really were tiny, is the fairy godmother, Cinderella's fairy godmother. And is it because I'm a mom and a grandmother? My first grandchild called me Mimi, so I relate to that role. Or is it because I'm a registered nurse and always worked with kids that I've cared? Or is it just because I'm an ACS volunteer and relayer that I care so much? So I look at the fairy godmother as someone who's not only caring and loving, but as someone who's also one who reassures us and tells us that we're going to be okay and we're going to succeed. And I look at that as my cancer journey. And I'm scrolling that word hope, which I don't look at that as just a word, but as my entire life. So that's why I chose the fairy godmother.
Oh my gosh, I love all these characters and these stories, and congratulations on, on being a survivor for more than 20 years. But they are stories of hope and inspiration. And Joe, I know this was, your pet project. I said your fairy tale project.
Yes.
And it celebrates the diversity of the cancer survivors and caregivers and the journeys that they each take. I mean, and these stories are so beautiful. And all the proceeds from the calendar go to support the American Cancer Society's mission. So we're just so thankful that all these folks are on here who are part of the calendar. And it's just so nice to meet everyone. I don't know if we can bring Julie back on one more time. I don't know. We're having, this is the problem with live TV, right? You have some technical issues.
Okay, Desiree, I'm going to try again. Can you hear me now?
I can
Yes.
hear you. Sound great. So tell us.
Yay.
Yay,
Okay,
thank
I'm
you.
Julie Turner, and I am from Dayton, Ohio. I was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer when I was 17 years old during my senior year in high school, and I am now 64. That makes me a 46-year survivor, and I chose the Queen of Hearts. Not because I'm a robust, foul-tempered, childish kind of blind fury kind of person, and I never say off with their heads. I chose the Queen of Hearts because I have such a grateful heart. I am grateful to my loving, caring family and my beloved Chuck, who's with me every day. I received cutting-edge medical treatment at Ohio State, and I had the American Cancer Society on my side to wage war on cancer. I was so grateful and am so grateful that I've spent the last 26 years fundraising and doing everything in my power to change the future of cancer care. And the last thing that I'm grateful for is that my daughter called me late this afternoon and said, "Mom, I'm hung up at school. Can you get Abigail, my granddaughter, who's 5 years old?" Say hello, Abby.
Hi, Abby. She's so cute. I'm glad she's joining you. And, we're so grateful for you and sharing your story. I love that Queen of Hearts. I mean, another reminder why we do what we do, because all of you guys are providing so many stories of hope and strength and triumph, and you inspire us. So
Desiree,
what it's all about, right?
Desiree, when I first met this group, it was just about 7 months ago. I was asked to speak to them about fundraising, and fundraising is different for everyone. So I was trying to think about the angle: is what could I speak to the voices of hope about fundraising? And I thought of what their most powerful tool was, and that tool, as we're hearing today, is their stories. And that became the inspiration for Once Upon a Relay. It's about the story. It's a remarkable group of people. They inspired me from the first time that I met them, and I thought their stories would do a great job in inspiring the rest of the volunteers around the country. And I think when people see the calendar and they get over sort of the quirkiness and the funness of the photos, they're going to be taken back what the stories are. And I hope that's what everyone gets left with. So I want to thank them for doing a remarkable job in helping, me live happily ever after when I get to see this final project. And I think it's going to be great. So I want to thank all of them.
Well said, Joe, because, living happily ever after, you're so right. They are beautiful stories that are making a difference and providing hope and inspiration. We can't thank all of you enough for all that you do to support the American Cancer Society's mission. So thank you for being a part of this big reveal. It's so nice seeing all of your beautiful faces and that you're a part of this. So now it's time to see the calendar and see
Let's go.
one of you and your big debut. Take a look.